The song you're about to hear is the voice of this woman, recorded almost 100 years ago on a bulky machine powered by a truck engine. The language in this song is thousands of years old, and many people at the time of this recording dismissed this language as poor English. But there was one man, one linguist, who did not believe this, and him deciding to record this song not only changed a family's life, but everything we know about languages. We got to take it back to 1928 to a linguist named Lorenzo Dow Turner. He was teaching at a college in South Carolina when there was two college students that walked past him speaking a language that he did not understand. When he asked other people about it, they just dismissed it and said that they were speaking poor English, but he knew that didn't make no sense. Over the years through his research, he found that this language uses over 3,000 African words from 31 distinct languages. And fast forward to 1933, he decided to go to Sapelo Island in Georgia. The recording device that he brought along with him was so heavy that it had to be powered by a truck engine, but he was able to capture voices, stories, and a song sung by Amelia Dolly. For 50 years, that song recording sat in the archives and was almost forgotten until 1989, when a historian named Joseph Opala was doing research on the Gullah people and their deep connections to Sierra Leone. So in 1989, Joseph Opala had organized the first Gullah homecoming, bringing Gullah leaders to Sierra Leone, specifically Bunce Island, where enslaved Africans were shipped out during slavery. Gullah homecoming went great, and Joseph thought he was done with his work until the end, when the people from Sierra Leone asked him if he could identify a specific family whose ancestors came from Sierra Leone, and Joseph was like, that's virtually impossible. Then he found that recording from 1933 of Amelia Dolly singing that song. He decided to fly to Sierra Leone and go from village to village asking anyone if they've ever heard of this song or these words. Joseph and his team, consisting of an ethnomusicologist and a linguist, went through their entire list of villages with no success until they got to the last village on the list. They get to the village, play the song, and a woman starts singing along. She says, "My grandmother taught me this song. This is the oldest song we know."
As I began to play the recording, to my astonishment, these women began to sing along.
He was so excited, he flew right back to the United States, straight to Georgia, to look for the children of Amelia Dolly, the woman who sang that song, and he found 69-year-old Mary Moran, her daughter. Joseph and his team shared all of the information that they found with Mary, and Mary shared her family history as well. And of course, she did not forget that song and sang it to them.
And it had a little beat to it. And I thought it was something to dance by, and I would dance by the song, not knowing it was a funeral hymn, until I went to Sierra Leone, Africa, and learned that it was a funeral hymn. But when I was a little girl around 9 and 10, I would dance by it. But now I learned better since I knew it was a funeral. For it then, all she said, her grandmother told her it was an African song. Among a Kambali lily, Kwambi, I walk among a Kambali lily, Quank. Has to really go see how you gwenda ya, has to really go dwell in the Quank. Has to really go see how you bunga.
Because Lorenzo Dow Turner refused to believe that the Gullah language was bad English, more than 60 years later, a Georgia family was able to use that 5-sentence song to reconnect to the exact village where their ancestors came from in Sierra Leone, showing once again how deep history and language are connected. I hope you learned something new.